Hello fam, welcome back to our channel. Today we talk about a very interesting topic. What does it take for you to come up with corn like this? Stick until the end. Will show you how to go about this, from land preparation to planting to management, all the way to having a matured crop ready for harvest, either as green maize or for it to be harvested as dry maize. So let's dive right in. So first things first, when it comes to land preparation, corn farming, it typically depends on how you prepare a land. So here we have primary cultivation and secondary cultivation. Primary cultivation is all about the first digging. Of course, this also depends with the scale of production and such factors. And then we have the secondary cultivation. This is to come up with a fine soil where you break the hard pans, you remove the weeds and such. So you can just do primary cultivation and plant right away, or you go ahead and do secondary cultivation, which is harrowing. This will be determined by the state of the land, of the soil in particular. If let's say it's a virgin land, you are digging for the first time in many years, it will be necessary for you to do secondary cultivation. But if it's a land that you've been digging all year round, then secondary cultivation can be option. But of course also this depends with the state of the land and also your finances. When it comes to planting corn, the spacing is also very vital. So you plant, first of all you need to plant after the onset of rain. When it has rained like 2-3 weeks consistently and you are sure the rain is there, then you can go ahead and do your planting. The spacing should be 75 centimeters between rows, and within the rows it should be 25. If you are using rows, it should be 75 centimeters apart, and then between one plant to the other you can put 10 centimeters. That is, you put one single seeds every 10 centimeters. But if you are using planting holes, then you space 75 centimeters between the hole and the other. That is the rows, I mean. And then between one hole to the other you space 25 centimeters, and then you can put 2 seeds or 1 seed depending on the condition of your soil and as well as the region and the intended purpose. For example, if you are planting for silage, you can put even 3 or 4, because your target is not the maize, but you want to use the end product for fodder. As for fertilizer, when planting, use a basal fertilizer, preferably DAP, where you use 5 grams per hole or per seed. This is approximately 1 table teaspoonful of fertilizer. Then you cover slightly with soil and you farm. After 2 weeks from emergence, you start your first weeding. Here you remove all the weeds, or if you're on a large scale you can use herbicide, though I don't recommend such. They are detrimental to the environment. So you do the first weeding after 2 weeks, after which you top dress with a top dressing fertilizer, be it CAN or urea, but I prefer to mix both. You apply in splits where after the first 2 weeks you apply urea, and then after 1 month you do the second weeding and you apply CAN, where when you use the two, the results are much better than if you use CAN alone. You need to scout for pests and diseases, the likes of cutworms, which tend to cut small seedlings while they are still very young in the soil and they die off. There's the issue of fall armyworm, there's the issue of locusts. All this you try to scout early and come up with preventive measures. You can use integrated pest management system to try and reduce the impact of these pests and diseases on the final output that you are going to get from these crops. When you do this, you'll have a very good crop that will yield very highly, and you'll get to see the benefits of planting corn the right way. So when it comes to harvesting, the stage of harvesting will depend with the intended use. For example, if it's for fodder, you'll harvest when the corn is still green, just after pollination, when the corn has formed cobs, that's when you'll harvest the corn. That is for silage. If it's for green market, here you'll harvest the corn when they have not dried, they are still very green and fresh. This is used for roasting or boiling, whatever. And then if it's for dry maize, you'll wait a little longer so that the maize tend to dry. This is where you'll harvest. This is mainly for use in flour and for storage and other uses. When it comes to storing corn, you should make sure that it's dry enough and the moisture content is at least 13% moisture content, so that you avoid the growth of aflatoxin that is poisonous to human beings and animal upon consumption, and it also leads to losses. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe, share and like, so that it can reach so many people and it gets to give us the energy to keep on producing content like this. Until there, I'll see you on the next one.